Me, intimacy means that you allow somebody into not just your body, but into your mind, into your heart, into your soul, which requires you to become very vulnerable and very authentic and to be able to relate to your partner in that same manner, vulnerably and authentically, which you can't do if there's not enough emotional safety in the relationship because there's years of pent up anger and resentment and conflict that you haven't repaired. And that's very often one of the huge blocks to intimacy, to true intimacy, and to it are those emotional wounds that we sustain because, there's no better place in a long-term relationship to heal your childhood wounds, but there's no better place than a long-term relationship to actually exacerbate those childhood wounds in the patterns that you've created by the person that you've been attracted to, which is very, very normal for everyone. And so, intimacy really happens when there's emotional safety between the couple. And that is always my main, focus. Is the initial focus is like, well, we've got to create the emotional connection. Because most women will tell me that, and I think it's true for most women, I feel emotionally disconnected from my partner. Right. And when I feel emotionally disconnected from my partner, I don't want to have sex with them.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. And for men, the conundrum here is that for a lot of men, they don't feel emotionally connected with their partner until they've had. So it's sort of like they're sort of in a catch-22 situation. But creating that emotional intimacy at the forefront of it, at the top, really changes the dynamic between the couple. And I think what men realize is they just don't know how to create emotional intimacy without